Okay, good. No, I don't want that. Okay, good. Oh. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Nice. That's good. 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 Every single daily is done. Good. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. It's a hot day. Good. Okay. Yeah. Delete some stuff. I'm never gonna dance again. This guilty felt fun no rhythm. So it's easy to pretend. I know I'm not a fool. I should have known better not to cheat friends. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. The way I dance with you. Do 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 do. We're gonna make sure that we have every single video. Okay, so this is what? This is Shield. So Shield is 2 and 146. 2 and 146. 2 and 146. Yeah, it's good. So now we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this live. 2 and 146. That's a 2 and that's a 146. Perfect. That's good. Good luck. 13 gig. No, I don't want to move it to the safe file. I want to move it to the trash. Perfect. Ooh. And that is. I don't know what that is. Just do 9. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yes. And we're back with full storage. Well, not full storage, between 3 gigs. What's that freaking noise, dude? So annoying. Don't blink with your boy. Welcome to the show because we also have a wonderful day on this glorious night, doing glorious 26th July 2026. We are going to be making some videos. We're going to be chilling. We're going to be, I don't know how the weather's really hot for this. So I don't know how it's going to work, but hey, we'll try. Whew, yeah, and she's like 6. That's my dad. He's going to be waiting a little bit, guys. Okay, good. Good. Middle of the afternoon, day 296. Let's enjoy. Okay, so now, what I need to do is I need to upload. Yep, and then we're good. I'm never gonna dance again. You feel got the right no rhythm, so it's easy to pretend. I know it's not a fool. I should have known better not to cheat a friend. When given the day, the way I dance with you. Don't blink as you wake, because they're having a fantastic day. Because they're having a marvelous afternoon. I know what you're saying. What happened this morning to the sunrise video? Well, I was planning to do it, but it was 2 o'clock in the morning. But like, you know what? You are super tired. Let's sleep. And if I'm being completely honest, the lack of Wi-Fi yesterday, the lack of sleep, because the plan was to sleep. And the Wi-Fi was gone, but I couldn't. So I was super tired. So in the end, what ended up happening was I got tired at 2 o'clock. I was like, you know what? I saw the sunrise video, and also this is super cool because we were talking about this yesterday, making a 2 hours videos, making an hour and a half video. By the way, today, the 296 of Project Vendetta. It's not supposed to be 26. It's supposed to be like 27. But why? My apologies. Because I slept. I overslept. So technically speaking, it is more than that, but we're not gonna count it. So I was talking about making more videos, and even yesterday when I finished because yesterday we did a 5 hours live, which is insane. I understand that. So we did a 5 hours live, and even yesterday I was like, hey, I have to make a video in 4 hours and a half, and I wasn't looking forward to it. Like, you know what? The sunrise is not that nice. Take it easy, take it relax, and that's what we did. That is exactly what we did. We're going to be uploading. We're doing good with the uploads. We're doing really good. I'm never gonna dance again. This guilty's got no right, no rhythm. So it's easy to pretend. I know I'm not a fool. I don't know. I have this song in my head. Yeah, today's hot, but it's nice outside. I might go out today. Who knows? Not really planned, but I might go out. It's really nice outside. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better not to cheat a friend. This guilt is got around no rhythm, so it's easy to pretend. To the way I dance with you. I don't know where it is. Dante S. Temis. If I delete it, I'm gonna be okay. There you go. Perfect. Whoa! You guys hear that? Fuck you. My cheese Louise. So it's what? It's 296, 285. Day 285. Project Vendetta. Everything. Today was a good day. We woke up at I want to say we woke up at like 10:30, 10:40. My apologies, which is a bit later than I like. Not a big deal. It's just a question of how much time has passed, you know. So for example, right, when you start your morning, there's a sunrise, okay, well, between the sunrise and the second video that I want to make, there's this amount of time, right? And now with the 10:30, I'm like, okay, well, I know that this is it. And this is going to be tough because at 10:30, if I do plus 16, that gives me 4:30, which the sunrise is at 5 o'clock in the morning. And if you look at the weather, you realize that tomorrow is Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there'll be some rain. I might go out today. It's really, really nice. The weather is fantastic. And I'm gonna regret if I don't, if I wait until the winter, I'm gonna regret it sincerely. There you go. See, I'm sweating like an egg, dude. Because of how hot it is. It's 27 degrees, which is quite nice. So, woke up, spent like an hour and a half editing, uploading. Yesterday, we did so good. But even then, yesterday when I was at 12:30, see, this is a sort of positive and negative. We're going to talk about search again. My apologies, but I thought I was feeling myself slacking off because I was in a good position, By the way, this is my last one, so I'm going to be having to buy some more. It is $3.50 per store, and if you buy 12, it is $31. So you got like 2 cans for free, which is great. So that's why we're gonna do it again. We are playing a lot of the idle games. Bless you. So at 12, finish at 1 o'clock in the morning. 12:30, 1 o'clock. I don't remember exactly, but I think it's 1 o'clock. And I was like, okay, well, if you upload now, you got 4 hours to upload what you need to upload. We ended up doing way more. We ended up uploading everything. We ended up waking up. We overslept. There's 2 hours where there's nothing. I uploaded, went back to sleep. This time I woke up at 9 o'clock because I woke up at 6 o'clock. And we're making some space. It's not great. The reality of it is, I don't know how great it is because when I upload, I don't delete. I don't know why. But if I do, I won't know exactly how much. But since we have yesterday, we have a problem. I'm falling behind. And I'm paying more attention, so that's good. So, once again, super early morning, which is 10 o'clock, super late. I have to prepare the mentality of super late, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. It's, honestly, it's good once in a while to do it. It's very good, too. Because I think, to be honest, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy to be giving yourself a break, but giving yourself a nice break. So, for example, if you give yourself a break, but you don't really relax, which I tend to do, there's no point of it. But if you give yourself the time to relax and shit like that, this is fun. My apologies. I finished watching also, what was it? Camping, cooking, in another world with an after skill. But the great news is there's 2 seasons on YouTube, so I'm going to be watching the 2nd season now. What else? We did some Overgeared Hero. I'm not finished. I'm going to finish that. It's not a lot. I have to do the arena and that's it. So, maybe 10 minutes. I had a lot of editing to do though. Because lately it's been hotter, and because it's been hotter, oh, this plant needs water. Yeesh. The way I dance with you. We started playing retro also. Retro get copy. Retro get copyright claim, which means that it doesn't count as a copyright strike, but if I was to monetize it, I would be able to, which is not a big deal, It's just that out of 11, I think 3 of them are. No, I think only 2 of them are constant claim. The constant claim is the voiceless. Because voiceless is the music. Yeah, I love the music. So today I'm coming in for a couple of videos because I just felt like doing videos. I just felt like enjoying the weather, seeing how hot it was, being able to decide, okay, well, you know what? It's worth it to go outside because I have to go out. I have to go out. I spent the last week. Well, I saw my father, but if we look at the last month, the month of July, the only reason I went out was for grocery shopping or to go see my dad. I did see my mom also. That was once. That doesn't count. It doesn't count if it's once a month, right? My father's weekly. The grocery store, surprisingly, was monthly, so that doesn't count also. But still. I said there's gonna be a lot of people, which is nice. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this video. I'm gonna have Oceana, which is Kitchen Nightmare episode. Probably gonna be eating mukbang tonight. Problem is tonight is Saturday. Today's Saturday. Today means we have a tournament. Not good. Not good. Not good. Tonight we have a tournament. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do a lot. Yeah. Shit. That sucks. It's not a big deal, but still. You know what? See, constantly feeling the need to move today. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because we were well rested. Maybe. I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know, dude. So we're gonna do some gaming. I'm gonna go out, do some bike ride. This is the last one. I'm so happy because I left it on the balcony by mistakes, and there's a lot of humidity in the case. I was afraid of mold. There's no mold. Still not super proud because I could have done 6 meal out of it and not 3. But hey, it's baby step, right? Then we're gonna be watching the anime. Then I'm gonna be streaming. Oh, it sounds like a lot to do, but I got well, kinda. So right now it's 12:13, and I got till tonight at 7:30. Tonight at 8 o'clock, 7:30. So it's still a lot. It's still a lot. We died. I never gonna dance again. This kid is turn around. No rhythm, so it's easy to pretend. I know I'm not a fool. I should have known better not to cheat, defend. The wrath, no rhythm.
I've officially become my ex-wife's land.
Hey,
Let me explain. So there's an app.
let me explain how I do not care. Atlas Urge. We do have an Atlas Urge account, and the fun fact is, we did put some money in it. Said it was last year, so I'm curious to see how much we made. I could be checking that out. And I gave that up because I was getting a fraud warning on my channel, which is not good. Which is something that you want to avoid. I was getting fraud. Phone is too hot, which is okay. I was getting a fraud warning on my videos when I did Bitcoin miner, and I was like, okay, well, fuck everything. Fuck everything when it comes to making money on application, right? What else? So that's pretty much it. I'm sorry it's boring, but this is sort of my intro. In the morning, I'm more I'm more talkative because you wake up like, hey, well, this is how you start your day. But when you wake up and you spend like an hour, this is why I don't like spending like an hour or streaming before. I don't like doing that. See, Vortex. Oh, désolé d'entendre pour le voyage. C'est dommage. C'est dommage. I thought it takes me 4 times. C'est quand même un bon prix. What did he say? View transcripts. I need to do it almost. Huh? I love my dad. He's a good guy, but he's needy. Lately, he's been needy. Like, I saw you yesterday. Yesterday, you text me, you called me. I didn't answer because I'm like, dude. And you text me 3 times today. You text me 3 times today, and it's 12 o'clock. Which means you text me 3 times in 5 hours, minimum. And then my mom, if you don't call her, she will text you like once every 3 weeks. So it's very special. So I think I'm gonna have like a busy afternoon, which is great. And then I think majority of my videos I'm gonna do them tonight. Now we are facing a small problem, but it has to be great. Small but great problem. I possibly will do this. I don't know how much I want to change it. Just right away. I come for supper. No. Imagine. Shit. Hey, yo. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't think I'm gonna have a choice. He texts me, I'm gonna spam him. You get tired of me, he's like, this guy. I'm gonna spam him. I'm gonna send 12 messages. They're all gonna be like, yes, okay, d'accord. Different version of yes. I got tired of him. And I have to forgive him because, he doesn't know how I spend my day. So, there's a small possibility that he thinks I'm bored. I saw him yesterday. He was like, do you need my... No. What? Huh? Yeah. Sorry guys, it's my father. He told me, do you need my Amazon Prime password? And I'm like, why? He said, well, you can watch Amazon Prime. I can be... Do you need my my Hulu password? I'm like, why? So you can watch videos. And then I leave his house and he calls me like at 12. I don't answer because I'm like, I just saw you. I left your house an hour and a half ago. What's going on? Right? And it's not important. It's not important. Well, then what happened was he called me again. Because he called me twice, I thought it was important, right? And he calls me and he's talking, he tells me a story, which I guess is a good story, but no matter. Sorry if I'm talking about this, sorry if I'm complaining, it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm not sure how to deal with that, because usually I'm a lot. So because I'm a lot, I have to be forgiving when people are a lot because I do that to them. So don't want something to be done with you. See, if you don't want something to be done to you, you don't do it to others. And if you do something to others, you have to expect them to do it to yourself. So if you constantly lie, you have to expect people to lie to you. If you steal, you have to expect people to steal from you. You know? That's the way it is. That's life. So he called me and told me a story. And then he texted me again like 20 minutes after. So I saw you called me in the morning because you're like, where are you? I'm on my way. I saw you for 2 hours. You called me and then you text me after 20 minutes. He's like, hey, how's the job search this morning? Don't get me wrong, love my dad, but still. I think every single day I have to deal with that. For example, I got a text on TikTok. A girl told me like, hey, it's my birthday today. And ultimately speaking, I'm happy that she told me because, I don't remember. Ooh, today is the 25th, okay? Okay, so in 4 days I'm gonna have to text Carly because it's her birthday. The 30th, I'm gonna text her at like 11:59. I'm gonna tell her at 11:59. I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna say I know your birthday is tomorrow, which is in 1 minute, but I couldn't wait. I'm gonna write her a sweet message because she deserves it. But it's just that the other person texts me for her birthday, and I'm like, we're talking 2 months, and the first thing that you want is me to acknowledge your birthday, to wish you happy birthday. It's just, I know all this before, but I have to analyze how reasonable people are. See, I always talk about having boundaries and putting boundaries. And I always talk about, hey, it's important that I feel respected because I give you respect, so kind of would like some respect back, right? I think it's normal. But boundaries specific because you kind of have to give different people different boundaries. Because some people will do something some people will never do. Shira. But also, I have to establish, like, okay, well, this is a relationship, right? So I was talking about my father calling me a lot, he texts me a lot, which I get. He's bored, that's okay, right? But he's my father, right? If somebody else was to do this, oh, I cut myself with a can. Shit. That's dangerous. What the fuck? Because of my father, I'm willing to accept more. So I kind of have to do a job of analyzing my surrounding, the people that are in my life, the people that are not in my life. I have to establish, okay, so how close are we really? And if, for example, if I'm really close to you, then I have to set up boundaries which are a bit less strict, or I have to be able or to allow a little bit more because we're close, Like, best example, I got two neighbors. So I got this neighbor, I got a neighbor in front of me. The neighbor in front of me is I think she's nice, but she's very reserved. We don't talk a lot. She's very sweet. Like I said, I don't know her. She doesn't know me. And I've been here for 13 years, right? Try to get to know her over the years because I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be here for a while, and it was nice, but it does feel like my efforts are more there. But her, him, they're a couple. Him is a bit harder because he's deaf, so I speak fast and I don't speak, so I have to scream for him to hear me, but I talk fast. So even if I scream, doesn't mean that you're gonna understand what I'm saying to you. And the French is not that great, or the English, I'm not sure what to speak. But her, like, I see her at Maxi, we're gonna talk, we talk a lot, so I'm more willing to, I don't like to say this. That's so not nice to say. Because the relationship is closer with her, I am more willing to be nice to her. Not that I'm not nice to the other neighbor, but if I was to do like an extra effort, it would be toward her. Because I feel like she's more, and I hate the fact that, because it's basically it's basically like saying deserving. She's more deserving. See, stop texting me. Because I spam him with 12 messages that he didn't text me. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. I told him, slow version of okay. Stop texting. And what's insane? It's really funny? Because my father also I have the same habits. I'm not complaining, but he's gonna talk about the message he received about his wife. When he got the 12 message, he possibly thought, man, does he feel talkative today? And then he said, oh, wait. He possibly said something along the lines of, I'll text him when there's more in the listening mood. That's what's up. That's what's up. Only problem is it's not gonna last forever. I'm not gonna be able to do it every single time. It's gonna be like, this guy has a problem. Are you on drugs, Steph? No. It didn't work today. So yeah, so I'm more, it's basically saying that she's more deserving than the other one. she's not more deserving. They're both great people. They're both super kind, super nice people that I have the pleasure of sharing my life with. My environment, my sanctuary now. Where fears and lies melts away, yeah, yeah, yeah. She, Joe will die. Yeah. So it's tough to say, but I have to establish it. Also, I had a oh my god, can I tell the story? I had a prise de conscience, which is basically in English, it's realization, I guess. I was flirting, and I was on a website. You guys know that I'm on a website which is king friendly. There's something called degradation, so it's basically insulting. It's basically like tough love, you know, or some version of it. Right? I'm not gonna go into details because PG 13, right? Alright, good. And this is girl that like to be called a certain, not necessarily endearing term concerning our smart. But then we've been talking for 2 weeks, and she has a habit of sending pictures. And in one of those pictures, there is I'm a weird dude. Uh, you guys know I have ADHD. So she'll send me a private picture. Doesn't mean that I look at her body, of course, but I pay attention to for some reason, to the surrounding of said body. I noticed there was a there was a book that she was reading, which is Green Light by Matthew McConaughey, which is a book that really, really influenced me a lot into self-confidence and shit like that. And I read this at 28 years old, and I'm like, oh my god, I should have read this way before. This really was interesting. This was very intellectual. And she's 21. And I was like, and she was like, and I told her, wow, I can't believe you read that. I also read that. She's like, oh, I haven't read it in a couple of years. And I felt so I think I'm smart, but I'm not that smart, right? But going back to what I was saying, the deserving part. I hate because it's a system of marriages, which kind of works in society, but I don't think it works with people. Because different people have different way of showing love, of showing. Oh, my apologies. Oh, my apologies. Of showing affection. So because they have a different way of showing affection, doesn't mean that they like you less, right? For a person that's not. I was watching this movie Forger, and the grandfather, his grandson, which is a great movie by the way, Forger with John Travolta, very good. There's titties, which is very nice. I gotta get laid, guys. I gotta get laid. So, okay. And in that movie, the grandson told the grandfather, like, "Are you and Dad okay?" The grandfather was like, "Yes." Why? So, well, you never tell each other that you love him. And then the granddad said he knows. And it just made me realize, like, I feel the need to express kindness, to express love and shit like that. Do other people know that I love them, or if I wasn't not showboating per se, but if I wasn't as expressive with the affection or expressive with love, would they know that I feel that way about them? And the answer is possibly, possibly not. I don't know. But it was something that was I had to ask myself a question. Yeah, so people are deserving, and they're deserving because of the relation they have with you. They can be Mother freaking Teresa. Shout out to Mother Teresa, dude. You're the big MT boy. Baby. If you don't know them, does it really matter? Right? Right? It doesn't really matter. So, sometimes, most time, majority of times, the 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 expression they're more deserving is towards the relationship that they have with you. This person I never had a fight with, but I'm close. This person that I have fight with, but I'm closer. Who's more deserving, right? So you're gonna have this sort of, we have this relationship. Because we have this relationship, I'm able to establish how good this friendship is. I'm not gonna help somebody that I just met move from one place to another, or freaking carry the furniture, right? But I'll help my best friend. right? So yeah, so this is establishing like boundaries. I think I have to do that, but it's not about the people; it's themselves. It's not about the person and the personality. It's about how much I care about that person. And because what I'm doing right now, which one of the worst thing is, um, I'm giving a lot of time, and this I've always done, but I'm giving a lot of time to people that aren't the most deserving, sadly, and because they're most resistance. It's okay, we're good. It's okay, we are good. And because they're not the most deserving, I'm in a position where, resistance. We're gonna give up the night, and that is alright. I haven't uploaded in 2 days, which is insane. Somebody once told me the world ain't gonna roll. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger in her thumb. In the shape of an hell on her forehead. Oh, the weight up at the end of the word, some woman. No stop to do, no stop to take. So what is it? Raz is you'll never shine if you don't grow. You'll never shine if you don't know. Hey now, you're an all-star, but you came on do A. And A now, you're a rock star, but you came on do A. And on the river is true. Only shooting star break the mold. It's a cool place, but wait, it gets colder. This ice we skate is getting pretty thin, so might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? Never get bored. Ain't now, you're a rock star, but you came on do A. And ain't now, you're an all-star, but you came on do A. And all the river is blue. Only shooting star break the mold. Fun fact, was this song more popular before Shrek or after Shrek? Because it's a weird thing to ask, because of course it was popular with Shrek. But was it popular to begin with? I don't remember. Shout out to Smash Monster. Rest in peace to the singer. Sadly lost his life a couple of years ago. I don't know his name, but I know he was beloved. We were able to save. We were able to delete 5 hours and I want to say 50 minutes. It's not great, but I'll cover today. What I covered for today. If I'm lucky, if I'm motivated enough to do more than just that, I'll cover most of today. Yeah. So with the relationship, I'm doing the mistakes of giving my attention to the wrong places, right? And then there's people that are more demanding than others. There's people that I find more annoying than others. So I'm like, okay, well, that's a bit too much, right? I ended up blocking them. But if I establish boundaries on the relationship, and the reason why I talk about the girl with the kings and the book, well, these are things that I should have learned years ago. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that I'm getting some lovely picture from a lovely lady that's deserving of love, but it's not looking for love right now. So hey, I spent a swoop in. So yeah, and I have to establish boundaries because some of the people that I have in my life are fantastic, and they're very deserving of XXY. XXY. XX is the same thing. Y is something different. Thank God. So I could have said X, Y, Z. Could have said X. I don't know if they Romanian have a different alphabet. But this is all the language that I speak. Perhaps, 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 they have an alphabet. Perhaps, perhaps. I'm kind of a prophet. I was trying to rhyme with et. It's very hard. Try it yourself. And come and get. So yeah, so if I'm able to do that, why am I talking about this? I don't know. I just feel like talking about this, I guess. But yeah. Just I'm trying to be in a good mental health headspace. I'm trying to be in a space where I'm productive but not completely obsessed with work. I'm trying to be in a position where I'm having fun. For example, I'm going to tell you something I'm not supposed to talk about it. Fuck it. I'll get sued. For what? I love the tower, as you guys possibly could tell. I don't know how you could tell by looking at me. Oh, that's a tower player. Is that an insult? Is that a compliment? I don't freaking know. and we have a Discord for the content creator, and the content creator Discord has a call. I'm not gonna say when, I'm gonna say where, but we have a call, and it'll be fun. Because this is again my first time being a part of a game like that, my first time being part of a company like that, my first time having fun like that, and I'm very excited. I don't know what it's entail. I don't care about what it entail. I just think it's freaking dope, dude. I think it's freaking dope, dude. I'm gonna see how what it means. What does it mean? What do you need? I'm in a position where it's hard, bro. It's mad hard. I don't know what to do. So yeah, so I'm excited for that. But then at the same time, this is okay. So let's put it like that, right? So why am I talking about this? Should we wait until the car is gone? There you go. You ruined the orchestra, bro. Yeah, so the reason why I'm talking about this, which is kind of important, is this is the this is the kind of the closest I've had to something that's sort of corporate but also team in a long ass time, right? It's not a job per se, but it feels like a co-worker, right? And then what is kind of cool is I'm gonna have to establish some friendship over there. I'm gonna have a social aspect, which is really nice. But if I'm an asshole, I'll be an asshole. If I'm an asshole, I don't want to be an asshole because I've been playing the game for 3 years. Now, ultimately speaking, am I gonna be part of this for 3 years? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know what's gonna go. I don't know how useful it is or how important it is, right? But if I'm part of it for the next 3 years, then it gives me the opportunity, if you will, and you will, the opportunity to be able to do X, Y, and Z. So, for example, possibly getting a following, possibly getting a community, possibly having a lot of new friends. I need more friends, which is I need new friends when it comes to content creation. The biggest one I have, the biggest friend I have is Sir Winslow. Why? Because TikTok does a sort of message which says this: you've been friend with how much time? And I've been friend with Kyle for 4 years. Fantastic. So that's my biggest, that's my longest friendship on TikTok. It's a content creator, but I need more friends like that, you know. Stuff could be cool, but I have to establish, and this is gonna be people that I have to see. What I'm trying to say, very poorly, is I've been playing the game for 3 years. I might be playing the game for 3 more years, and these are the people I'm gonna see bi-monthly maybe for the next 3 years. And I don't know if you're good in math, but that is a total of, drumroll please, 312 times. If the meaning is an hour, then 312 times is 312 hours. How much is that in days? It is 10 days. It is 10, which is 240. Yeah, it's about 13 days, which gives you 314 hours. Yep. Why? Majora's Mask, baby. 3 days is 72 hours. You do 240 because that's 10 plus 40, 72, which gives you 312. Yeah, 312. And I talk about how much? I talk about 108 times 3, which gives you 324. 108. Yeah, so it's about a bit more than 3 days, but still 3 days I have to deal with people, you know? And it can be really going well. Am I afraid it's not gonna go well? Kinda. And I'm gonna talk about this like in a very peculiar way, but I'm gonna talk about this in the Tower Talk too, right? But I'm gonna do more positive in Tower Talk. I'm gonna do a more positive version. I'm gonna do a more optimistic version. Now I'm being riddled with insecurities because most of my relationships that I made over the years were over ink. Over Steph. I did have a lot of relationship with ink, but how many of those are still lacking? And because so this is very important because all the relation that I have had since creating Ink Vendetta, I have mention them as ancient, but I let myself be there. So I was acting like myself. So this is my first chance to really separate personal life and professional life, which is something I should have done 5 years ago. But that's a good opportunity to do it. So I'm happy about that. I'm excited about that. We'll see how it goes, but first, so far so good. Right? So yeah, it's an opportunity. And this is why I'm also thinking about my I'm also thinking about my social, right? I have a tendency to be grumpy. So I'm like, okay, well, if I if I if I mm, if I have a bad day that day, doesn't matter how much effort I do to be a nice guy, is it gonna work? Possibly not, right? So gotta be mindful of that. Gotta be very mindful. I didn't upload anymore. We're not uploading anymore. I should have uploaded. I got a fart coming. That was 3 minutes ago. Can you believe that shit? 3 minutes ago we uploaded. Crazy. Crazy bananas. By the way, small gaming side note. I was gonna try Marvel Dokkan, because in my heart of heart, in my years of playing video games, I don't think I've ever played like a fighting game, which is not true. I played a Dragon Ball Z, which is Dragon Ball Budokai 1, 2, 3, Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi, but I just played because it was Dragon Ball. So I was gonna start Dokkan, but it was PS5, so I can't play it. So not a big deal, but I don't know. Well, it's arcade fighting. I don't know if Fortnite counts because this is competitive, but I don't think so. I think FPS is more the case. And that is it. So that's pretty much it for today. So I'm gonna be uploading some video. We're gonna be playing games. The goal is to wait until 2 o'clock. See if I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be streaming from. If I was clever, which I'm not. If I was clever, what I would do is I would play video games or mobile games until 4 o'clock. I would stream from 4 to 7:15. I would do a tournament. And so that night we did the Tower Talk yesterday. Tower Talk, which was 2 hours long. But I'm so glad because now we don't have to do it. So that is very meaningful. And I want to stream today. It's just a question of when I want to stream. FF3, yes. Final Fantasy, Fortnite. There's a free pet if you play the game, so it could be interesting. But yeah. So with that note, love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys tonight for some more option. Today talk ended weird, but it's just it's more it's more personal work I have to do. It's more like, hey, you have to work on this. You have to be not necessarily a nicer person, because I do believe that I am nice, or at least I try to be nice. See, if people, I think I'm nice enough for people to call me nice, or I think I try hard enough to be nice to people to say, you try to be nice, right? And I don't like the saying of you try to be nice, because it has this negative aspect to it. It's often like, he's trying to be nice, but is he really nice? I don't know. I have to transfer Sword to everything, to merchant today. Important. I'm gonna do 9 hours in 1 hour, which should be good. And that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. I had a good time. I'm gonna be working on that. I was going with the trying to be nice. Trying to when your general persona is nice, you don't have to put in. You don't have to pretend like you're nice. You're actually nice. People notice that you're nice, which means that you're perfectly fine with the way you are. Versus, hey, I have to be nicer. But what's lacking isn't the kindness. What's lacking is my reaction towards people, my relationship with people. I tend to be a bit abrasive. I tend to be like, fool me once, shame on you. But no, fool me once, you're done. That's not cool, right? That is not cool. And that is pretty much it. Fun fact is, with the tower, I saw a lot of people in Discord that I watch on YouTube. So it's kind of crazy. And that is pretty much it. Ooh, by the way, I'm gonna have today. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. I don't know. But I'm gonna be uploading everything, which is not true. I'm not gonna be uploading everything. I'm gonna be publishing everything. So every draft will be published, and every single thing is gonna be on the video, which we're now at 900. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be fun. Right now we're at what? We are at, I don't know, here. I have to go to YouTube, I believe. I have to go on YouTube, I believe. We're gonna get up tonight. It's 908 video. Let's see how much I have. I'm telling you, it's about 3,000. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. So yeah, so I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys tonight for some more. I was talking about something new, which we're gonna try, which is not true. I'm not stopping now. I'm gonna do another videos on Oceania Kingdom Hearts Kitchen Nightmare. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be something new. I hope you guys aren't too mad. But when I got a tournament, the live we do, the big video we do is gonna become a tower talk. Why are we doing that? Because I was doing tower talk every single day. That's too much. So instead, I want to do like a tower talk twice a week. But when I'm going to do a tower talk, it's going to be big. So they have to matter. If that makes sense. And yeah. So tonight, we're not doing a video, we are doing a tower talk, which is why I have to do the Kitchen Nightmare episode right now. Because if I don't do it right now, I'm not going to be able to do it after. See? Cool thing is, there's a cloud right now. Right? There's a cloud. So why is that cool? Because if I was to sell it as a copy and paste and a compilation, I could pretend that this is 5 hours after. It's a couple hours after. Sounds good? Sounds great. I love you guys. Take it easy. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care of yourself. Be yourself. Be weird. Who gives a shit? And yeah, today, 296th day, dude. Can you believe that I'm going to be hitting 300, like, today is what? Today is Saturday. I'm going to be hitting 300 on Wednesday. Can't believe that. We're possibly going to do a mukbang, special mukbang. Wednesday tournament. Shit. Yeah, we're possibly going to do a mukbang. Huge mukbang. Do KFC on Wednesday. I'm excited. I love you guys. Take it easy. Good. It's done. Don't blink as you're buying. Welcome, Computer Show. Welcome to another day of Project Vendetta. Today is day 296, and we're doing a specific videos. And lately, the content has been more psychological. The content has been more day-to-day life, a sort of vlogish style content. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that was a bit more specific. So, we're gonna go with something that's very special. Now, this is when I do videos, I don't really plan them, right? I don't really plan them. I just go barging in like a freaking bull, and I go barging in. So, I was watching. So lately, my algorithm. Okay, so complex story. Lately, we've been starting new playthroughs of the tower, which means my algorithm is the tower. But these playthrough, I'm watching something on TV. That I like to watch is Hell Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmare, right? Because lately they've been releasing a lot of episodes for Kitchen Hell and Back. I got a lot of these, right? So my algorithm is now Gordon Ramsay, right? And I was like, well, 24 hours Hell and Back is kind of funny, right? I actually kind of like the show, but I'm always making this joke, and it's in my head because I'm alone. But to me, this is funny, right? To me, this is funny. Imagine if, and I hope this makes you guys laugh. Let's disable the fact that I think it's crazy, and let's enable the insanity. Imagine if he goes in a restaurant and he talks about his kitchen on wheels and blah 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 blah, which is great, right? And instead, people are like, "Dude, we applied for Kitchen Nightmare." I mean, it's so funny. So then, because I was thinking that, I started paying attention to Kitchen Nightmare. Problem with Kitchen Nightmare, and I'm going to be completely honest. Great show, but I've watched it too often. So when you watch a show too often, you often watch the clip, the best moments. And the favorite episode, Amy Bakery is one of my fave. Zeke is one of my fave. What else do I really like? The dude who was talking about how he has a farm, but now he's buying things that's frozen. The chef who, it's the La Frite. La Frite's one of my favorite too. I like La Frite. But all of this to say, that I was lucky enough. To see the very first version on YouTube of Kitchen Nightmare. So by that, what I mean, yes, I yap a lot. This is the content that we're doing. Sorry if you're not happy. The sort of, how can I put this? The sort of great thing about watching the video before was back then YouTube, and I'm talking about this in the early 2010, 2012, 2013, right? Back then YouTube didn't have the most copyrights, and the pay system wasn't that great, right? The pay system was made better in 2016, right? And 2016, because this is when you had the rise of all the vloggers and YouTubers, the rise gone Team 10, whatever, what have you, right? And since then they're all gone because YouTube doesn't pay as much, just saying. But a lot of people saw how much these guys were making and started to focus on YouTube, right? That's why you had show, example Kitchen Nightmare, example Trailer Park Boys, that were now copyrighted. And you had official channel, right? Kitchen Nightmare is one of the biggest culprit for that. Now, again, I'm gonna preface this with, this is why I don't plan video, because it don't make sense otherwise. I'm gonna start with saying that I am a big fan of Kitchen Nightmare, but the marketing is insane, bro. They have compilation, which is gonna be 3 hours, but they're using the same episode. If you look at the channel itself, you would think that it's a show that ran for 20 years. No, bro. There's 6, I think it's 7 seasons. I think it's 6 seasons of 12 episodes each, which is basically 72. And if you're in for 7, it would be 84. 20 minutes, no, about 40 minutes a pop. So you do a 2/3 of it. So 32, 2/3 is 48. Which is about 48 hours if you watch that one time the speed, which is amazing. But on the YouTube channel, there's over 300 hours, possibly, of content, right? So we're guilty of that. But what is good is if you made the content, on TV, on the radio, if you made content and you had the production behind it, monetize content, monetize it, right? You had this great show on cable, you bought the rights, which is fantastic. One of the guys that I have to applaud is Trailer Park Boys. I know what you're saying. Hank, you came in, I want to talk about Kitchen Nightmare, but you keep going step. I like to preface it. I like to create this universe. I like to give a lot of information. That way, you dive in, right? And actually seem smarter than I am on a daily basis, right? With Trailer Park Boys, they had a show on cable, right? And they wanted to continue the show, but they were like, no. The producer were like, no, there's not a public for that. So what the guys did, these 3 boys, Trailer Park Boys, they bought the company. They bought the rights to the channel. This is something that I love. Kenny vs. Penny. Kenny vs. Penny was a show on Showcase. Trailer Park Boys was on Showcase too. Kenny vs. Penny, when you look at the producer were Kenny and Penny. They took a pay cut from the network to be the sole proprietor of the show. So when Kenny Hot, which is one of the 2, decided to put the show on YouTube, that was his show. That was his property, right? He bought the shares of Penny for a penny on a dollar, and it sucked to be used, Penny. But now he's making some decent cash, right? But all of this to say, I have been watching the previous version of Kitchen Nightmare, and there's some images that you have which are very sort of confused, blurry. You don't know what they are. Like, how the heck am I remembering this? And one of those was what? One of those was a busy idiot. And then you realize that this is from an episode that is no longer there. And you remember that you don't remember the show, right? But you remember Busy Idiots. So you go on Google and you know that you're right. So when you, this is gonna sound crazy. My apologies for the burp, for the fart, the burp, the fart, the furt. It's insane because you think Mandela effect. Did I just imagine that? No, it exists. And you read that the show is no longer. So you do some research. And again, what I want to talk about is super dark, super niche, This is knowledge of something that happened 12 years ago that nobody thinks about, nobody cares about. There's just a handful of people, and who gives a shit? But I think it's kind of funny because the more use of information that you have in here, the more you can attribute yourself the title of busy idiots, right? And that's what we're going for. So Oceana, the reason why it's no longer there is because they sued Kitchen Nightmare, right? And they sued Kitchen Nightmare. I'm gonna tell you guys the reason as to why. We're not gonna use AI because there's social environmental impact on the land that we share with each other. Which no. Why did phone is too hot? Oh, storage full. Okay. Why did the Oceana Bar and Grill sue Marie? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that this, right? And now we don't have the storage. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go, you busy idiots, because I'm filming a lot. We don't have storage, so we're gonna do here. We're gonna go with da 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 okay, so now we have this. It's 54, 30, and 54. 54, 30. Good, we have it. We have it. Oh, streaming. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Ba da dum ba da dum ba da dum. And I need to upload because we're done uploading. So I have to make sure that we are uploading. And how much battery do I have? 50%. Not bad, not good, not bad. Not good, not bad. Okay, so that's gonna be 295. It's the 296 of Project Vendetta, 296 Resistance Reborn, and I'm gonna be doing this. And I'm going to be uploading a second video that's 5 hours, so I'm going to have more than enough time for this video to just chill together, to just have fun and just talk. And that's the goal, right? The goal of watching the video is to be entertained or have fun, right? And that is why I watch porn. And this is why you watch this, I guess. Which is a weird segue, but hey. This is going to do 295. We're going to do Resistance Reborn. Finale. Okay, see? As simple as this. I tried to be perfect, it just wasn't worth it. Okay, so what did Ocean Bar? Okay, Ocean 1. No. Oceana. Bar and Grill suit. Oceana Grill, often called Oceana Bar and Grill, in New Orleans, sued over reality TV defamation contract breach on. Oh, they didn't sue Kitchen Nightmare. Wait a second. I thought they sued. Look at how the broken the screen is. So it's click on button that I didn't click. It didn't. I thought no, they did sue Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, this is some dark knowledge that I know. Defamation contract breach and COVID-19 business interruption insurance losses. Japanese, French, Japanese. Okay, let's see what's that all that mumbo jumbo meaning. Sued against Kitchen Nightmare Gordon Ramsay, 2011 lawsuit. The owner initially sued Gordon Ramsay and the show producer to stop the airing of their Kitchen Nightmare episode, claiming producer fabricated and exaggerated dramatic scenes such as a stage customer complained and finding dead mice, made the restaurant look filthy. That suit ended in an out-of-court settlement. There's another restaurant. I'm not accusing anybody, but I'm just saying there's another restaurant, which is what? It was a grill, which was a mice in the entry. We said that Gordon planted the mice. Okay. 2018 lawsuit. The restaurant sued Ramsey and producer sometime after a clip from the 2011 was posted to Facebook. Oceana claimed the post violated the previous settlement term, restricting the uncompensated use of the footage. Lawsuit against insurance companies. Made international as one of the first business in the United States to sue for pandemic closure. Okay. That's an important. I care about Kitchen Nightmare. I care about Mr. Ramsey. Thank you so much. Why did Kitchen Nightmare episode where they find a mice in the mice in the entry. Ali, no entry. Entrance. I'm French, my apologies. The episode where Gordon Ramsay found a dead mice right by the front entrance is Blackberry. Right. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that we are recording some audio because I don't want to get copyrighted over in a bad usage of it. But let's go. So yeah, so you got the restaurant, right? And I'm just showing this again. I don't think it's fabricated. I'm just showing this because I think it's kind of funny that two restaurants say the same thing. So we're gonna go with YouTube. We're gonna go with Kitchen Nightmare, and it was the Blackberry, right? Blackberry. Is that it? Here you go. Amazing content. Great. We love you, Kitchen Nightmare. We love you. Okay. Good. Very good stuff. Very nice stuff. Fantastic content. Very nice. We love this. Absolutely phenomenal. Yes, there you go.
Minutes before the doors to Blackberry's open, Chef Ramsay is greeted by something unexpected.
Bloody hell. It's another dead mice, right? At the entrance. Which, this is some of the content that you want to watch, right? Right? So then what you do is this. So then what you have to do is this. It's not really important the thing, but it's the accusation. And again, I'm not saying that they did it. I'm just saying that it's sort of weird. And I like context, so you know. This.
Okay, that's not funny.
That's not funny.
Outside, you take that? No?
Incinerator.
Do something.
Okay. Incinerator. And look at the reaction. So this is gonna be important. No, this is not plants. I don't know exactly where it is, but so.
We always have to exterminate what's left for prevention. Are you serious?
Okay. I have to talk over it because I don't want to be copyrighted claim, even though they have every single right to copyright claim me. I just don't want that because I'm a fan of the show and yeah. Look what he said. Oh. I love the sound. Look. See? Right here. And what is insane is that, like, this particular restaurant, the owner wasn't super. See, there's restaurant where I can actually think about it. For example, the pizzeria of the two brothers, the dude whose father passed away and he wasn't doing super good. Sam Bar, Sebastian. So there's some owners you can see that there's a clear problem. Sebastian was one of them. So in this one, what you do is you kind of present, or because the owner are seemingly less credible than they should be, something like that sounds crazy, but at the same time, when it happened that often, it's kind of nuts. Ooh, and Oceana Grill was season 4, episode 12, which is the last one, and this is season 5. You know.
Are you fucking dreaming?
And this is crazy because, listen, this is because you could easily do shock value. You could easily do shock value, and again, I'm not saying that's what they did. But one thing that I have in mind is Jersey Shore. Now, I know what you're saying, Ink. I've been following you since now. I think that you made some good arguments, or not some great, but I get what you're trying to say. We're comparing Kitchen Nightmare to Jersey Shore. When Jersey Shore, what they used to do is they would provoke. So what they would do is the producer would throw ice, and then say that the bartender would throw ice. They would make the character, the contestant, I guess, watch previous season, but only the drama moments. So they would fight. Because like, hey, you bitch, you said that last season, So, it's possible.
I arrived, the house was there. No, never. There was no house. Right. Okay. So we had the exterminator last week. They come on regular occasions. We have an issue with ice. That's why we have an exterminator. We don't have an issue with ice. The exterminator comes in. Okay, let's you and I do a little investigation.
Investigation. And now the cool part is
Yeah. I've never seen one. Good.
see. Now you're gonna ask the cooking, and it's kind of like it's so crazy because like Gordon Ramsay, super popular chef, been cooking for years, is one of the main figure of cooking. So do I think that he would risk his reputation for that? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm nuts. So the simple fact that you're kind of assuming that he pointed there is crazy, right? But it's just like I think it's funny, but I also think that like how can I put this? Like even so, for example, 24 Hours and Back, right? Which I've been watching a lot lately. They sort of bring, in ultimately speaking, this is talking about the mission and how the important the mission is, right? But they bring expert in a couple of days before, a couple of weeks before. I don't know how it works, but they put some people in to do like an inspection, like, okay, well, how clean is this? And some of them they're really dirty. So there is definitely a choice of going for the dirtiest kitchen or the most messiest or the most in need. But then you have the pride to say, like, listen, we're only helping. I got a mosquito bite, and you're using the pin to scratch. Don't do that at home. You can cut yourself, but we are safe and professional. I have a diploma from Wikipedia. I hope this counts. So there's definitely a case of, like, dude, is going to be looking so good on TV to be that filthy or get that on that's so crazy. Of course, there's a choice of what's going to be marketing-wise, what's going to be smart, what is going to be a good episode to air, what's going to be a good episode to watch, what's going to be a good episode, what are people going to be watching? For example, right, when you look at Kitchen Nightmare, to ensure that I know more, right? When you look at that show, what is the most popular episode ever? I think we can all agree that is Amy Baking Company, ABC, right? There's Amy Baking Company, and with Amy Baking Company, it was based on the fact that Amy was insane, allegedly insane. It was the fact that Samuel was kind of a gangster. The kind of fact that they were going after customer. It was a mess. It was almost a guaranteed viral moment, right? So you see nowadays, you see like, okay, well, there's a trend, there's a clip, we want to have the most views because most views equates to more eyes equates to more follow equates to more views long term, more views long term equates to a normal salary on a daily basis, right? On a monthly, I don't know how it works, I don't get paid. So with that, of course, it was on TV. You want to do like, not necessarily shock value. Yes, you want to do shock value. Imagine if your shock value is because the owner of the place is insane. Or imagine if your shock value is guaranteed because the kitchen is filthy. Filthy. So you have guaranteed shock value, and then at the same time you can kind of embrace the mission because you're like saying, well, we help 12 restaurants per year, and those were out of the demand that we have, all of the participation candidates we received. These were the 12 most needy, but there's definitely a case of choosing the right restaurant. And when you choose a restaurant, it's who's needy, but there's also a case of, yeah, if you can get views or not. I truly believe that. So for the whole thing with the mice, I'm just saying, but still, there you go. So with that being said, let's go back to Oceana. So I had fond memories of Oceana, but the reality is I just watched it once. I watched the episode because I could find it on YouTube. You just have to write down Oceana Bar and Grill, and you'll find it. It's not under Kitchen Nightmare. So legally speaking, this is kind of like a cool thing, very cool thing. Kitchen Nightmare or the production is possibly not able to air the episode, right? But at the same time, they cannot stop people from posting it. So there's a bunch of the episodes. There's this guy, there's this kid, I think he's like 11 or 12, who knew what he was doing. He did a short, which he called Oceana Bar and Grill. And the video was him smiling. And it got like 200 and something thousand views. So brilliant mind, brilliant. So watching this episode was weird because it doesn't feel like an episode of Kitchen Nightmare. So the reason why it doesn't feel like an episode of Kitchen Nightmare is because I have watched the show over, I want to say over 10 times, but it's not true. Possibly more like over 8 times, 9 times maybe if I'm lucky. So yes, the watching episode that I've only watched once was crazy, right? And ultimately speaking, when we talk about in my book, talk about the owners, I do believe, I truthfully, and in my heart of hearts, I truthfully believe that Oceana was more entertaining than any baking company. Now the problem with any baking company is I watched it again, minimum 8 times. I remember this is a true story. Like I told you, I was playing this new game, which is a tower. We're playing a idol game. We have to build an idol. We have to build a way to idol. And I was watching Kitchen Nightmare, and it was like, it was compilation, right? And I was in a state of, I'm so tired, I don't know what I'm doing. But they showed back and forth, not back and forth, I'm so sorry, back to back, they showed, I'm French, they showed back to back episode of Amy Baking Company, which is on one video and the next video. I'm like, oh, I have to watch that again, fuck. And then I was like, okay, well, you know what, it's not a big deal, you're streaming, I don't remember what I was eating, but I was eating something good, possibly chips or ice cream or something good. I was like, you know what, it's not a big deal. And then in the same morning, again, we watched the episode, we watched it for, I want to say 12 hours at 2 times the speed. And then they showed the show a third time, and I was like, oh, no way, there's no way. So yes, so a show that you only watch once, of course, is going to be more interesting. Why is Oceana so special as an episode is you almost believe that it's not a kitchen nightmare. You don't know what the heck was going on. This is such a weird episode. For example, there's a moment where Gordon asked the chef, I think the name was Mo, but I'm not sure. It was Sammy and Mo, I believe. And Mo tells him, like, hey, he asked Mo, what's your recipe? And Mo seriously says, in my head, right? And then Gordon is like, are you kidding me? Is that for real? And then he asks his brother. So, again, this is possibly the way they edit it. I don't know for sure. But his brother definitely seems more... He can work with him, right? You seem more reasonable, right? At the very least. So, he asks the brother, like, dude, is this guy for real? And the brother, as an answer, says, this is what we have to deal with every single day. And the cool thing here is that Gordon laughs. And he laughs and just, you see, he's still uploading. Great. Nice. Because we film too much, so I have to upload the entire day to even get into my, a storage budget, I guess. And he starts laughing. And I've never seen Gordon Ramsay laugh at something like that. So it's kind of weird. The way the show works, Mo is a character, which is really funny. But not funny in the sense of, I'm not going to do the meme. I'm going to do the meme, not in the sense of ha-ha, but in the sense that's really weird. For example, he tells Gordon Ramsay, this is New Orleans. There are swamps around here. He's gonna find himself food for a crocodile. This is literally a death threat. And like, okay. Or other moments, and he says, listen, I'm gonna be helping you guys out. I'm gonna be renovating it, but I need to know. I need to know that you guys are in. And Mo said something along the lines of, if I understand correctly, you're gonna do whatever the fuck you want, and I don't have a word in it. And he was like, yeah. And then Gordon Ramsay leaves, and then Mo asks his brother, hey, what happened, dude? So the brother repeats himself. He's like, well, he's gonna change the renovation, and you see just Mo kissing the floor but puking after. He's puking because he doesn't know what to do. Another great thing, which I really enjoyed. So this is possibly one of my favorite episodes. It's not my favorite episode, but again, I don't think the episode is that great or it's phenomenal. I just think that because I didn't watch it in a long time, this felt like new. But he's gonna have some food, right? I think it's a gumbo, but I'm not sure. I never had gumbo, by the way, so if you guys tell me it's good, I might try it. So he goes in and he tells this gumbo tastes weird, and then they bring it back, and he tells the server, give it to me, I want to taste it. And he says, this British fuck doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. This gumbo is fantastic, baby. And they're laughing. And then the brother, which is the most reasonable one, wouldn't ask him, like, dude, what are you doing? He said, well, your brother shoot the food back in, and they think it's funny. So you feel bad for the brother. You do feel bad for the brother. Another great moment, but there's actually also like really cool moments, like really funny, not really funny, but really interesting moment. For example, Gordon forced them to close the restaurant for the day. This is where you see that they both click, like, okay, well, we just lost a lot of fucking money. It's important. The chef itself. My issue with the episode is, do I think the chef was to blame? Yes, but no. I think the chef was told that he could do whatever you wanted. Whatever you wanted wasn't to clean or to put dates, because that's the boring part. That's the more corporate part. It's not the I'm cooking, and when I'm done cooking, I don't have to do dishes. My shift is done, right? So I believe there was a neglect on the owner. Oh, I believe there was some neglect on the owner part of it, but more so as a, okay, this is your responsibility. This is what we expected you to do. You got a quota to do, right? And then they did fire the guy, but I did find it. I had a problem with that, because I'm like, dude, you didn't tell him what you wanted. You didn't tell him what to do, and because he didn't do it, because he didn't have to do it, he gets fired for that. So I thought it was a bit of a fall guy. But apart from that, the rest of the episode is fantastic. But it was good. I thought it was good. But just knowing the fact that there was an episode that is not aired, and again, I'm going to talk about, it's going to be a very weird opinion, I guess, but I just see Chef Ramsay as a badass, as a, as one of the dudes that you respect the most. So the fact that he was sued and then they're not able to air, to me was crazy. The fact that one of the guy that gives a less fuck was sued over that is crazy. You have a and you look at okay, so I'm gonna say something that's negative, but again, I have to say that I love Gordon Ramsay. He was a big help for me, right? Fun fact: when I was 19 years old, I didn't know what to do. I did not know what to do, and my parents were like, "Dude, you have to find a course because you can't do anything. You can work or find a course." And I didn't want to work because my parents were both slaves of their work. It was constant. It was constant talk of work. My father was bragging about what he was doing. My mom was complaining about what she was doing, but they didn't have a life. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to school. So what's your course? And back then, we were watching me and my mom a lot of MasterChef. Australia, America. So I said, I want to be a chef. But if it wasn't for Gordon Ramsay, am I a chef? No. I did a course in bakery because cooking was, I'm not sure if it was easy, but it was a line. I got stressed and I made mistakes, I ended up burning myself pretty bad. It's like, okay, well, you're gonna hurt somebody else or yourself to a point of no return. We tried bakery. Bakery was more calm. It was better. I did bakery for like 2 or 3 years, but bakery, the problem was everything that I found, and again, I was a pompous fuck. I was 20, 21 years old. I was like, no, I made a course. I have a diploma. I am deserving of more than minimum salary. I was demanding a bigger salary than minimum. I didn't care how much more, but I'm like, no, I did a course. It has to be for a purpose. And then for 2 years, we did I did very corporate, so Costco, so IGA, places that everything was ready to go. Then I had a place in a normal bakery where I did forget a lot of the course that I had because I didn't have the habits. Everything that we were receiving was already cooked, already prepared. We just had to put it in the oven. That's it. So yeah, so that's my problem. And then I realized that I forgot most of it, and it wasn't for me. So I left. But yeah, so because of Master Chef, I wanted to be a cook. And Gordon Ramsay was very responsible for that because I was like, this guy's a badass. And this guy, one of my favorite episodes, one of my favorite shows that he did wasn't even Kitchen Nightmare, wasn't even Hell's Kitchen, wasn't even Master Chef. It was Gordon Behind Bars. Because you had a real feeling of it, you had a real, like, talk about his brother and what he was going through. So yes, I'm a fan, right? And I'm gonna be something like a loser freaking opinion, but you watch some of the earlier seasons, it was a different era of Hell's Kitchen. And yes, there's some terminology, there's some insults that are not okay, or wouldn't be okay right today in this cancel culture. But at the same time, it was the mentality back then. And I have to admit that I applaud Ramsey because when he saw that it was something that was problematic, it was problematic. He decided to change. And I think it's because he wanted to be like he's a good dad. He's a good guy too. One of my favorite moments from Hell's Kitchen is Bobby. Bobby, that was one of my favorite contestants, and he used to call Bobby Robert because that was his real name. And no, it's opposite. He used to call Robert Bobby, and he didn't like that. And he started making fun of the breaking balls with Robert. And Robert came up in his office and said, "Hey, can I see you?" And Ramsey's like, "What's up? What's going on? What's wrong?" And he said, "Well, you call me Robert, and this is what my father used to call me. My father was a piece of shit, so I don't like being called Bobby." And Ramsey apologized, like, "Hey, I have no idea. If you came to me before, I would have stopped calling you that. If you didn't come to me, how am I supposed to know?" And it was very mature. And after that, he was showing respect. So there's a lot of mentality, and also there's the fact that in the kitchen or in the kitchen on the line, there's a very different mentality. It's very brick and ball. It's very rough. It's very tough, right? You see The Bear. You see a lot of shows like that, and it's really rough, right? So yeah, so it's not an easy world, and most popular. And I have to admit, that's what's the beauty of it. You do something and then you change, and so I have to, because I do feel like I was implying, or it could be seen like I was implying that the rat thing were. So I just said no. I don't believe I like the guy. I don't think he would do that. I don't think he needs to do that. The production team, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Even with 24 hours, Hell and Back, he's doing this costume, right? And I was watching an episode yesterday, which he was doing like a Renaissance, not a Renaissance fair. No, I'm so sorry, a reenactment. Reenactment, and he was pretending to be a corporal from a certain, battalion. I was like, okay, this is a bit cringe, and I caught myself. I'm like, dude, the guy has been working his whole life. This guy has been making TV for 20 plus years. He wants to have fun. Let him fucking have fun. Who cares? Who cares? And you see him on MasterChef Junior, where it's sort of hard for him because he's a father and he misses kids, So yeah. So on that note, I wanted to talk about this. I just thought it was a good subject for a video. Possibly something different, something we're trying which is different, which is kind of nice. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in a couple hours for some more content. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to the show. Because we're doing once a hang, a wonderful day. So we just finished doing an hour and a half of videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside. I'm going to chill. Be watching an anime because tonight I have a tournament. Yes, that's going to be it. I'm going to be eating some popcorn. I'm going to be playing some video games. I'm going to be uploading. I have to transfer something from Sword to Merchant because I have to do it. And that is pretty much it. So I've got a lot of work to do, but all in all good, baby. Love you guys. Take it easy. See you guys in a couple hours. Good. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go inside, guys. I am thirstier than a camel in the desert. Is that something that you guys can say? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They have water in their pouches, I heard. And so the story goes. But thank you for the sacrifice. Because I'm ashamed of the things that I did. I said whatever it took just to get her in bed. And it's kind of fun when you're only a kid. But you grow up to learn that the scars are kind of permanent. And I hadn't had one drink in 3 whole years. There's no need for drinking when you're not here. Then you find it amusing. I'm seeing clear. And this hateful atmosphere. So come on, not moving anybody tonight. I'm the gracious soul since she's the parasite. Anyone else, take me out. Cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. And if anyone can help, I think I'm losing it. I found my problem with my self-control. Hold on. Anyone honest, so it's right. Running out of sense tonight. She's got that dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that you can do to me. And I'm taking lessons on not to beg for sex. I gotta take a picture of my nature. Yeah, I have to do that for Amazon. We should decide if we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, not doing anybody tonight. The bird pictures posting you the parasite. Anyone else would take me out. Cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. And if anyone can help, I think I'm losing it. Go to tell another darkest day. I got no problem with my self-control. I know you know the truth, you honest. That is the sex tonight. And I'm taking lessons on not the back for sex. It's just a side effect we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, not fooling anybody tonight. For the creatures, those and I'm the parasite. Anyone else to take me out. Cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. And if anyone can help, I think I'm losing it. No longer fight, it's only hard to say. I got no problem with my self-control. I got another running but all you. All this fine. Good sex tonight. And she got a dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that you can do to man. And I'm taking a lesson on not to beg for sex. It's just a side effect we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, not doing anybody tonight. The gracious host, and I'm the parasite. Anyone else, take me out. I have to do a video. I have to take a picture. Cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. Take a picture for the Amazon. Love is fine. Got a sex tonight. Down got that dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that you can do to me. And I'm taking lesson on not to beg for sex. To the side effect we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, not doing anyone. to beg for sex. Just a side effect we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, not. Okay. Ah. Eeh. My apologies. Let's Ugh. Watch them karaoke. Let's. Watch some videos all day long. And I don't know when she sings along. Guess she did, I guess I'm wrong. Ooh, where's my remote? Remote. Where are you, dear remote? Remote. I found you, my remote. Remote. Some water would be soaked. Remote. My glasses are lost hope. Just freaking hope and prayer? The heck? The heck, Derek? And she's got that dress on. We're hoping to find a season 2. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And she got that dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that you can do to me. And I'm taking lesson on not to beg for sex. Okay. And we found it. My name is Boxy, you see, and it's my only account. It's Boxy Babe with trees. Just my name is Boxy, and it's been a while since I made a new video, so I thought I'd make a new video. And yeah, so here's a couple things to see. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs.
So, what's that?
That is what we call a pixie dragon, and it's a very rare find indeed.
It's a dragon? I didn't realize it could be so small. Maybe it likes the smell of the gyoza. Here, try it. It already wants some more. Dig in. Wow, dragons are pretty cute when they're small like this.
Do not allow its small stature to deceive you. Not only are these beasts surprisingly quick, they are deadly combatants and masters in every type of magic.
What the? Why is it on my head? Hello, I was nice to you. What was that?
Hey, that stuff is crazy delicious. Give me more.
Who just said that?
It's obvious. That pixie dragon has decided to join our party as your familiar.
Familiar?
What? I'm me. I can tell just by looking at it. I don't mind being your familiar if it means I get to eat tasty stuff like that. Nice to meet ya.
Another one?
Wow, you're a lot stronger than you seem at first glance, aren't you?
Hold on just a second. I did not consent to this. What happened?
What happened?
Some sort of ultra rare beast. You sure you want to be my
What
familiar
happened?
just for some food?
I've already made up my mind. Your cooking is the most delicious I've ever tasted. If I stick by your side, I'll get to keep on
imagining is sound. A few decades spent doing the bidding of a bumbling human is no great loss to legendary creatures like us.
I'm glad someone gets it. Us long-lived species should get to have fun too.
Doesn't the master have any choice in the matter? Then why is every creature
I want some popcorn.
First things first, as your familiar, I'm going to need a name. Get creative, buddy.
You're being pretty demanding for a new guy. Do you name a dragon? A very tiny dragon. Good, John! Sound good? Well, I think it fits you perfectly, good, John.
Good old John.
Couldn't tell. Sorry, but it looks like your name's already been said. You're 116 years old? You don't look it.
Don't you think you could come up with something cooler?
It's too late now.
Honestly, I don't know why you'd be unhappy with your new name. What's so bad about it?
We kind of said what we did. We forged our covenant. We first attempted to name it Fortune and Cold, both of which woke an anger in the core of my being.
It sounds like he was trying to make you into his fluffy Fenrir pet. So you like your name, huh?
I was worried about having another familiar, but I think it'll fit in well.
You successfully registered your familiar. I never imagined I would get to register a real-life dragon.
Anyway, thank you.
Hey, so while you're here, we have a request. It comes straight to you from our guild master.
Why is it for me? Pretend I didn't ask.
You must be Makoto. I'm the master of this guild and proud of it. You can call me Rodolfo. It's nice to meet you. That must be your pixie dragon. Though I've heard of the species before, I've never been lucky enough to witness one in the flesh. If he knew about this, he'd be so jealous he'd lose his mind. Oops, nearly forgot. You're the perfect candidate for our guild's most challenging quest.
Forest exploration?
Something's changed in our forest, and I can't put my finger on it. We're moons away from mating season, yet the monsters are on edge and aggressive.
Well, if that's the case, why don't you just avoid it? I'm sure there's an alternate path
Out of
to
the question. We need to collect webbing from the insect monsters. It's a key component in the high-quality textiles our town produces. The forest is the one place we can source it. Losing access would be a major economic blow. Do you think you can help us out?
I would like to, but I can't alter the danger like that.
The northern forest, right? That would be a cinch. It's chock full of spiders and centipedes. While they're creepy to look at, they're a lot weaker than you think.
You're calling spiders weak?
Now, hard shells are a pain, but yeah.
My lightning magic already did away with that.
Says
There's no middle issue.
Isn't you
see the shrink or
No, that's not it.
which is very rude.
a venom tarantula? That's the beast. Why do you already have it?
About that. Go on, tell them fell.
Those creatures make the tragic mistake of crossing paths with a Fenrir.
I'm so sorry. They're all yours. Didn't mean to steal them from your people.
Don't be sorry. Venom tarantulas like those reproduce by the score. We've had to organize dozens of efforts and cut back their numbers. I was getting ready to organize another, so thank you. It's like you read my mind. The shells and the webbing will fetch you a decent sum, and if you boil the meat with salt, you'll be in for a delicious treat.
That's up to the boy! So, you're
If it's delicious, then we've gotta try it.
Please, master. Simi wants to try deliciousness.
They're spiders. All right. Happy to study the shells and webbing if you're interested. Can you process them for me?
I'd be happy to. I'll have the meat processed so it can be eaten right away.
Wow, everything's so colorful.
Simi likes colors. Colors make everything pretty.
I'm glad we took Rodolfo's recommendation to shop.
If you haven't already, go visit our market. We've got the highest quality clothing for the lowest prices.
I could be in the market for a fresh change of clothes. Whoa, so luxurious and expensive. Maybe it's a good deal for something so nice. Beats me.
Allow me to help. You can't beat our prices for this level of quality.
I'm not the type to miss out on a steal. Right. I came to go shopping, so I'm gonna shop. That's vital.
All clothing achieves the same purpose.
Count your blessings and be thankful you have fur. You'll never understand the shopping struggle.
I went all out, huh?
Processing is done.
They start to lose flavor the second you pop them out of their shells, so I left them as is. Just drop off the shells when you're done.
Interesting. It looks like crab.
They taste best fresh out of the pot.
I guess I'll find out.
And there you go. Messy apartment, but we got some playthrough popcorn cookies.
It tastes like crab, but the flavor is even better.
We have
Concentration of crab
some of another world camping at our skill. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a 4 hours break and play games, upload, edit. It'll be fun, and that's what we have to do. So a busy evening in store, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna be doing good, and then at 7 o'clock I'll leave. Actually, I'm gonna try to do a stream at 5 o'clock from 5 to 7:30. Yeah.
Or we could have fun with it. And you gave us a great reason to celebrate.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
We're glad to have you in our party, Donut-chan. Hope you're ready.
Good night, Crown.
This omelet is delicious. I never dreamed of such richness and sweetness coming from a lowly spider. The meat's unique flavor is masterfully highlighted by the mellowness of the egg and the saltiness of the sauce.
The fried rice came out tasty too.
Really likes the bacon cookies.
I made a mock Caesar salad dressing. It's just mayo thinned out with some lemon juice.
It's hot! Yes, I'm gonna ignite over here. But it's worth it.
I'm glad, but the spring rolls might need to rest for just a second. I can't believe I forgot. When you're eating crab, you have to have some like this. A few classic grilled crab legs. Not true crab, but still, the flavor is so similar, it's practically the same.
Human, what are you hiding from us?
That smells amazing!
I want to eat it.
It's my party, so pay up!
I suppose that's fair. Have some.
This method allows you to taste the meat's complexity.
The more you chew, the deeper the flavor gets. I can't believe I get to eat such delicious food. I'm so glad I chased after you.
I'm happy you like it. You chased me?
That's right. I started following you around the city of Carolina. I smelled something amazing and had to check it out. I lost you before I could say hello, so I flew through the forest to find you. That really made the forest monsters mad. What a pain in the tail!
Wait a sec. You did what?
The forest monsters were acting up because you invaded their territory. They were more aggressive than usual because they saw the pixie dragon as a threat.
What I'm hearing
Frenchie,
is the
see you
tarantulas
soon.
were completely innocent and you killed them anyway.
I'm afraid that is indeed the case.
Poor little spiders. Be sure to savor their delicious meat.
That we can do.
VODs.
Thank goodness these folks let us crash in their yard. Crab is tasty, but I'd rather not smell like it. Right? Felon Dora-chan should have joined us.
I can't eat another bite.
I require a long break from tarantula.
It's easy to stuff yourself. Today was such a hectic day.
My crown.
I'll swing by the guild
Shield.
tomorrow. Hand off the shells to Rodolfo. Should be a pretty easy task to check off. I can't shake the feeling that I'm forgetting something. Oh well.
Wake up and walk. Pray, please.
Whatever shall we do with it?
Read him into submission.
Here are the shells I promised.
Those will be useful. And you cleaned them up nicely. Thank you for that.
I also brought all the meat we couldn't finish.
You were too generous for words. Tarantula meat is even tastier when you wash it down with booze.
I hope you enjoy. Hang on. I have a little more. The Earth Dragon. The one that fell took down. It would be a massive pain to process, so I kept it stored away. I'm sick of lugging it around. I'm in need of a dragon expert, and I hear there might be one in Dolan. Any clue who it is?
I might know someone who fits that description. Why?
Just look.
Voiceless.
You got an Earth Dragon on your hands?
I was hoping you could point me to someone who could process this thing.
In all my days, I've never seen an Earth Dragon. From what I understand, you could buy an entire kingdom with one of these.
The creature was no match for me.
As expected of the great Fenrir. When it comes to dragons, there's just one man to talk to. But watch out. Here.
Dungeon City Dolan.
Shit.
The city's guildmaster. Elrond, huh?
He's your best bet by far. His skills and knowledge can't be beat. Can't speak to much else, though.
Good night,
Thanks for all your help.
Speedster.
That was fun. Now, Dolan, here we come. Whoa! That must be Dolan! They've got a lot going on down there.
If they call it the Dungeon City, then it must contain something worth conquering. Let's find it.
My fault is.
Well, actually, Sumi's master thinks we can avoid the dungeon entirely.
Yeah, forget about the dungeon. We're here to get that Earth Dragon processed.
Its delicious meat shall be ours at last. Onward!
New Sandstone Clinical Repair contains something called Novamin. Novamin starts to provide a blanket over the sensitive areas of the tooth to protect against sensitivity. I would be recommending the new Sandstone Clinical Repair.
It actually works.